Hey everyone!
Welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we're going to talk about Shanks telling everyone that he's Imu-sama's child. If you'd like to see more about One Piece on our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. It's that simple actually. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to our channel. That way you can join our pirate crew and earn a devil fruit or master your favorite haki of your very own. It would also help our crew out a lot if you left your like. Thumbs up in today's video so that we together can become Yonkos. Okay, that's done. Now let's continue with today's video. Finally, Shanks the Redhead is one of the most mysterious characters in the entire One Piece series. He acts in strange ways and for reasons we never know beyond what we can deduce from the basics. But it gets really tricky to try to understand what he really wants and what the logic behind his actions is without seeing him on screen. It was only recently in the manga that he officially started moving again, right after Kaido and Big Mom fell, with Luffy and the others taking over from the fallen Yonkos. Now he's moving towards maintaining his own reputation and possibly going after competing for One Piece, although we still don't know why he's wanting to compete for it now, and not before when he had so much time at his disposal. But beyond his actions, we don't know about his origins. Who's his parents? How did he manage by himself, and why did he become a pirate? Why does he hide his last name? Is he connected with any important characters, or has he himself been revealed yet? Is he related to Imu-sama to have such a respect around the world for pirates and the Marines itself? This is what we're going to be covering in today's video, or at least discussing. Shanks, commonly known as the Redhead, is the head of the Redhead Pirates and one of the 4 emperors who rule over the New World. He is a former member of the legendary Rogers Pirates, the only pirate band to successfully conquer the Grand Line, starting his pirate career in said crew as an apprentice alongside Buggy before forming his own crew after the death of Gold D. Roger. Notably, Shanks is the pirate who inspired Monkey D. Luffy to go on his pirate journey, and his crewmates Lucky Urax was the one who found the Gomu Gomu no Mi that was accidentally eaten by Luffy. He also owned the straw hat that came before Luffy's signature accessory, having gifted it to the boy as part of a promise that they would meet again someday. Shanks is an extremely laid-back man. You'd think he'd have a lawn chair with him wherever he went, preferring to spend his time traveling the world with his team rather than running off from place to place. This was already the case in his youth, where he was playful and innocent in comparison to his fellow grumpy and opportunistic apprentice Buggy. However, he still suffered from occasional bouts of immaturity, starting trivial arguments with Buggy only out of stubbornness. In many ways, Shanks himself was like Luffy in his younger years. Shanks and his crew are almost always seen partying and drinking alcoholic beverages whenever they appear, as the captain's favorite pastimes are attending and hosting parties and banquets. He is even capable of wavering the resolve of prominent figures such as Dracula Mihawk to join in his fun, as a testament to his strong charisma. However, the same Shanks may be able to show a serious side at times, intimidating formidable opponents like pirates and even admirals, forcing them to retreat to avoid conflict. Like Buggy, he had a close bond with Gold D. Roger, as he was seen crying at Roger's execution and acquired Roger's straw hat by the age of 8. Shanks still seems to think of him from time to time, as he compared Luffy to Roger when he first met him. After Ace's death, Shanks commented on how similar he and Roger were in some ways. The world government sees Shanks as trouble and as a troublemaker, but realizes that he's a man who will not try to change the world alone. However, because of the position he holds, they fear that he might get out of control and are prepared to eliminate him if he does so. The world government tolerates his actions until the time comes. Despite his status as a notorious pirate, Shanks was allowed to meet with the 5 elders on Mary Gorosei during the Levely. The 5 elders even allowed him to speak with them privately so they could talk to him about a certain pirate. But why does he possess so much authority, being such a threatening pirate to them? Would this be directly linked to some kind of contract made with the world government, as some theories suggest? Or would this be directly linked to his past and background? And therein lies the reason why the character never said what his last name was. Hey, well, what about the possibilities? Some theorists say it's because he's on Roger's side and has great knowledge, as well as a mysterious past and even stronger goals. Shanks could actually be a D. However, we must remember here that in fact he cannot be. After all, he always bets a lot on the new generation, and especially on those who have the D in their names. And this would be one of the justifications for him to have bet on Luffy during his childhood and given him his straw hat, passing on from Roger to Luffy. Two Ds that would change the world in the end. This may or may not be implied from him still revealing himself as a villain, possessing another purpose behind it. Since the reason he stole the Hito Hitonomi, Nika model, and changed its name to Gomo Gomo Nomi suddenly is unknown. For now, we'll leave this idea as a flea behind the ear without any definitive answer. But if he can't be a D, then what in the world could his origin be, right? Could he be a relative or even a son of Imu-sama? Would this be possible? But before that, what do we know about him? Hush, be patient. The answer is coming. Well, Imu is an individual with the highest sovereignty within the world government, to whom even the 5 elders bow, and the current holder of the empty throne. However, Imu's existence is kept secret within the government and to the rest of the world. He's only been seen in the form of a silhouette until now. Imu is a humanoid figure with a human-like hand and sharp almond eyes, with red irises that have thin circles around the pupils. Imu wears a crown that has 4 sharp, incredibly high points at the top and an extremely long cloak that flows on the ground a great distance behind him. Little is known about Imu's personality, but he developed a particular interest in Monkey D. Luffy, Marshall D. Teach, Shirayoshi, and Nefertari Vivi. During Levelese events, he kept wanted posters or photos of all 4 with him. Despite this, Imu seems to have a calm demeanor, as shown when they gently handed the butterflies in the flower room. Although, at that same moment, Imu was also shown to have left the aforementioned photos, except for Vivi's, pierced and weapon cut. The full extent of Imu's abilities are unknown, but the fact is that they sit on the empty throne, a seat whose occupant would be associated with the sole authority of the entire world, and the fact that the 5 elders, who are publicly considered the highest authorities of the world government, bow before them and address them as a great and honorific title, which would indicate that Imu has the highest known authority within the world government. He carries a saber of sorts, but has never been seen using it in combat, only to cut down the posters and bounty photographs. As the royalty gathered at Marigarose for the Levely, Imu went to a chamber at the back of Pangaea Castle and approached a large straw hat while carrying several bounty posters and photographs including Monkey D. Luffy. Later, Imu went to the flower room and cut down the reward posters of Luffy and Blackbeard, as well as stabbing the photo of Princess Shirayoshi with a picture of Nefertari Vivi in hand. Imu then met with the 5 elders while sitting on the throne. Imu then met with the 5 elders while sitting on the empty throne. The elders asked Imu to reveal the name of the light that needed to be extinguished from history. We still don't know what form Imu-sama will take, if he really is a human, if he is from a completely different race, if he is from one that has not even appeared to us yet in the story of One Piece. We know nothing. The only thing we have about the character is that he clearly dislikes the new generation a lot, be it those who have the D in their names and aim high, but also characters who are connected directly or indirectly with the very powerful weapons of this world, like Shirayoshi and Vivi herself, although Vivi seems to be a special case here. But are there points that connect Shanks and Imu-sama? In reality, there is nothing to prove such a relationship other than the factor that if they had some sort of relationship, it would explain the respect and fear everyone has for him despite his actions. However, this would be fairly well-known information, not only by those who are part of the Marine and recoil at his orders, but possibly among the pirates themselves as well. But that alone would not be enough to prove the connection between both characters. So until we know more about Shanks' origin, or a bit about Imu-sama, such as his appearance, we can deduce nothing. But things would be different if he was connected with a simple family, or even not having a last name simply because he had abandoned it, just as Sanji himself had once done. Though for possible reasons, and in completely different ways, Shanks is too mysterious of a character in his origins, be it his family or how he came into contact and was accepted by Roger's gang to be trained, even when he himself, as a pirate, did not accept Luffy, which is quite curious. Maybe it was connected with the fact that he had experience in the matter of it not being a good idea to take children on pirate voyages. We don't know. We don't know. We just don't know. We're trying, so just wait. But what about you? What do you think about this Yanko? Is he part of the D? Does he have a connection to Emu-sama? Or in fact, could he be something unimaginable yet for us? How did he become who he is today? Leave in the comments your opinion. We'd love to hear it. Well, that's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Took a lot. And if you have any suggestions for a future video, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.